What's up, guys? My name is Teyo, and welcome to Logmatt's Creative Circle. What's up, guys? Welcome to Logmatt's Creative Circle. My name is Mateo, and I am your host. Before anything, I just want to say welcome. This is I think the 7th, 8th episode. I'm not completely sure what episode we're in, but I'm very excited for, how everything has been going, how everything, has been going down, I guess, with the podcast and every guest and everything. Today's episode is going to be me. It's a solo. What's good? What's popping? I got 2 different angles. This camera, that camera, this camera, that camera, this camera, that camera. I got different angles. But I got more equipment. I'm investing more into this podcast. I definitely want to see this podcast shine, and I definitely will. That's manifesting talks for everybody. But today I have a couple topics I wrote down in this little book, or book pad. I don't know. And yeah, I just want to touch on some topics. But before anything, I just want to say, goddamn, the guests we've had in the podcast have been so cool, and I'm just excited how the podcast has been turning out. Every person I've had in here, they said they like the podcast, they like the vibes, they like the energy. And me as a host and as the person that's creating everything, that's what I try to do. I'm trying to make this a comfortable place for people to talk their truth, talk who they really are. And yeah, it's hot as fuck, bruh. Let me turn this fan on because it's hot. A couple updates. This past weekend I went to Ocala, and that was lit. I saw some people that I haven't seen in a minute. Saw Jeremy, but yeah. We're gonna do a podcast with Jake soon. That's gonna be in his crib. It's gonna be in a different setting, which is gonna be the first time I'm doing this. Not recording in this studio. We're taking the studio somewhere else. I'm bringing the equipment and everything somewhere else. With that being said, I'm excited to tell you guys something. Next month, I am turning 21, son. And for that, I planned a very cool trip that I want to take with my best friend, Jeremy. And basically, we're going to go to my hometown where I was born, MIA, Miami, Florida. And Jeremy's never been there, so that's going to be really cool and really lit. We got an Airbnb for 5 nights. And while I'm there, I'm going to try to get a podcast, or a couple podcasts there while I'm there in the Airbnb, because also the Airbnb is nice and it's basically like a set. So if I'm already there, might as well be, using the place. Don't tell the fucking host of the place. And if you're seeing this, goddamn, bro, this podcast is getting big. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm really excited to go out there. Miami's really big in music and the food culture, and I don't know, I love Miami overall. Every there's little places in Miami like Little Havana and I don't know, there's different places that gives you a lot of culture of different places besides America. So there's a lot of Cuban food or Venezuelan food. I remember growing up in Weston, there was a lot of people from Venezuela, and with that there's a lot of Venezuela culture. So I had a lot of arepas. There's a lot of arepas, stores, and I had a lot of Venezuelan friends, and they taught me a lot of things from Venezuela themselves, and etc. So that's something very cool about Miami, that there's so many different cultures that when you go to Miami, you can have so many different foods from so many different places. But yeah, it's really cool, and I'm really excited to show Jeremy because he's never been there too. I'm really excited to show him where I'm from, bro. What's good? MIA, yes sir. But there is this really cool podcast that I love. One of the podcasts that kind of inspired the thought of this whole podcast for myself. They're called Dope As Usual, the podcast. And it's hosted by Yola, Dope As Yola. He's a Mary Jane influencer in YouTube, and he has his own company that he sells his own, merch and accessories and stuff. and he also has podcasts and his YouTube channels, and he definitely inspired the idea of the podcast. And I don't know, I want to have him here, and I want to talk to him in the podcast as a guest, bro. That's definitely something I see, and it's not like, holy crap, it's not reachable at all. Like, I know he's cool, and I know, like, if I, or Remy me, we'll link in a whole different level. I'm definitely excited to see how, that's gonna turn out. I also want to meet the producer of the whole show. Wow, Marty. I was about to say Molly. What? Marty. He's really cool, bro. He used to be a rapper too. I mean, he's getting into rap. He's getting back into rapping now again. But when he was like, a youngin', or I guess it's on his teenagers, he grew up in Buffalo, and he was trying to just make it as a rapper, and he got so far to me. I think like, don't quote me in this, but things like Dr. Dre's son, I think, or something like that. He got to link up with him, and he, working a whole mixtape with Dr. Dre's son. I want to say, or Dr. Dre's Connect. I'm not completely 100% sure, but it was like something like that. And, pretty crazy, because like I'm in that journey. Yes, I'm doing the podcast, and yes, I'm doing the YouTube channel, but at the end of the day, my main focus is my music. That is my everything, really. Everything else is kind of just like, I'm gonna say back it up, but it's definitely gonna it's things to put more light into my music. So definitely, like, I don't know, but overall they were like a very big influence and inspiration. So if I have the opportunity to have them in this show, in this podcast, bro, it'll be my honor, honestly. But yeah, really cool, chill episode for today. I don't know, I'm by myself, so it's kind of hard talking. Obviously, it's my third episode by myself. I haven't done a solo episode in like a month, because the first 2 solo episodes were recorded like a month ago, or probably a little more, and it was just like me in the room. Now I have a new mic, bro. This is the SM7B. All the rappers and engineers out there that knows about mics, this is a really good mic. Michael Jackson used this, Logic used this, everybody used this. But it's I don't know. I'm just really hyped, bro. I'm a nerd about this shit. I remember when I was a little kid, people wanted like Xbox games, video games and shit. I was so focused, and not even focused. Like, my only interest and my only want was videos and visuals. I was already thinking about cool things like music videos and films and stuff like that. Like, instead of toys, I wanted a camera. I remember that so vividly. I was like, dang, everybody wanted that GTA 5, but I wanted that T5i Canon camera. But yeah, crazy story. I'm gonna tell you guys a little crazy story. The way I got to buy my first camera ever was because I was dog sitting this dog for, I think it was like 2 months. And, my mom had a friend that was like, my mom used to work at this store, this clothing store, and they used to have models for the store. And my mom used to be friends with one of the models, and the models used to have, like, a dog. And, they were older ladies, so they used to, travel a lot. So whenever they travel, they used to leave the dog with me. They kind of offered me like, oh, would you be down to dog sit? And I was like, yeah, bro. But instead of money, let's do this. You buy me this camera, and I'll dog sit what it would be worth the amount of the camera. So I told her the camera that I wanted to get was like $600. So I was like, pay me, $600, and I'll dog sit your dog for like 2 months or whatever. And that's what I did, and that's how I got my G7X, and that's how I started my YouTube channel. But not really started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel with my iPod. But that's definitely something that like progressed, or like it was like a big step up for quality for my channel and for my work. It was really cool. I remember that story. It was just really cool, and yeah, it's definitely something that but it let me know, like, wow, Teyo, like, you're already doing deals with people. Like, damn, dog. Like, I'm smart, and I don't know. I definitely have a love for myself. But today's episode is gonna be, now that I'm a little bit more warmed up, we talked a little bit. How are you guys doing? I wish I could talk to you. I wish I could talk to everybody. Something I want to fucking say before anything, bro. Subscribe, bro. There's like in every like episode that I've had a guest, there's at least 100 views, and I'm like, bro, that's beautiful. Yes, and thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. It's a blessing. But bro, if 100 people watched it, why not 100 people subscribe? I know like that's a big thing because people just forget to subscribe. You might watch it and just forget to subscribe. Might forget that this is a channel. So subscribe if you're new, and if you're watching this, a lot of new episodes coming. Trying to drop an episode every week. I've now been doing it for almost 2 months. Yeah, if this is my 6th episode or like, yes, bro. Dang, the episode's been out for like 2 months. That's crazy as hell. Because I dropped my 6th episode the week before, or like right now it's Monday, so like the last week I dropped the episode with Kendrick at K9 Day Dawn, and that was my 6th episode. So that means that was almost 2 months, bro. Because if I'm honest, that's more crazy as hell. I'm loving this podcast shit. I remember I was having a talk with Jeremy, very deep talk. Those very deep talks that you have your best friend at night. Oof, bro, at night especially. And yeah, we were just talking, and he was like, "Yeah, Teyo, we're doing really good with the podcast, and the music and everything. Like, the podcast has been getting a lot of love, and I know that's something that you've been like, looking forward to, and working towards too, and with love and." Bro, that's so true. I definitely, it's definitely nice to hear someone else say things that you've been thinking, because like I don't have that many friends, but Jeremy's someone that I've trusted for so many years and a really good friend. So for him to tell me that, I was like, damn, facts. Appreciate you, Germs. But to my producers and my musicians out here, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit. I have a lot of I'm not gonna say knowledge, but I've been making music now for maybe 5 years. I want to say, maybe like the first year and a half it was just like me, experimenting and like even learning if I want to make music or not. And now that I do know that I do want to make music, and this is something that's like even bigger than me. I feel like knowledge comes with experience and absorbing the actual lesson from the L, because in every L there's a lesson, and if you don't learn from that L, the next time that L comes around, it'll slap you again. So definitely, I've learned a lot of lessons throughout my years of being in music and making music and meeting people around, and but yeah, so some of the things that I guess like I want to call this episode "How to Start Making Music," or how to start making music. And one of the first things I did when I started making music was just mimic my favorite artists. I remember the first thing I did, like the first piece of like audio I ever made was me like rapping Logic's song, like the rapper Logic, my favorite artist of all time, Logic, Rap Pack, bruh. And bruh, one day we're gonna have him on too. But I was a little kid, probably 14 years old. Dang, bro, crazy as hell. But I was probably 14 years old, and I'm never gonna forget this moment ever, because this is definitely one of the moments, like one of those very key moments in my life that kind of shaped me and the person who I am today. Let me take a little sip of water, because my mouth's getting a little dry. I forgot what I was talking about, bro. Okay, I remember. So I'm never gonna forget this moment. When I was a little kid, when I was 14 years old, I was, in probably a sophomore in high school, or a fresh. I was definitely a sophomore in high school, because I was a year younger than everybody else, and everybody was getting their permit to drive in their sophomore year, and then in their junior year, everybody was whipping their new car or whatever, So, a sophomore, and I was 14 years old making a Logic song. But this is the thing. I had stayed at home because I was sick. Oh, I was actually sick. It's not like I was sick. I was about to be like, I was sick. Because most of the time I went to high school, I was trying to act sick so I didn't have to go to high school because I hated it with a passion. God damn. That's a whole different story. Yeah, I told my mom, like, yeah, my throat hurts. I can't go to, school. Let me just stay for today. And she was like, okay, why not? And she went to work, so I just stayed home alone. And at this time of my life, the only focus I was doing was playing video games with my best friends and stuff. And that was playing in my computer. And at this time, I was still making YouTube videos. So, YouTube and like me being creative and me making stuff has never not been a thing. Like I've always been doing that, which is something that I love about myself. I think the thing that I love most about myself. Because, I see myself as like the hero that I definitely want to become, and I definitely am becoming. So, shout out to me. Much love. Yeah, I was, I stay home and I was making, playing my CSGO is like a shooting game. And when I was listening to Logic rapping, I was like, oof, this is so fire. This is so fire. And I was like, and I was catching myself rapping, and I was catching myself like, hearing flows and finding pockets in my head without trying. And then that's whenever I was like, bro, and I started rapping, and I was like, bro, whoa, that's crazy. That's a beautiful thing. And then that feeling of like, me rapping? What? Like that thought of me as a rapper for the first time came in my head, and I was like, dang, okay, well, let's see if I can do it. And then I pulled up, I looked up how to make a song or how to record yourself in YouTube. And then I saw a couple of videos, and then basically said, oh, you got to download this one, free app called Audacity. And I'm pretty sure everybody that, I have recorded before, years ago or even now, and they started out, probably started out in Audacity, but it's a free program. And basically I downloaded it, and I looked up the instrumental of this one song I was just like obsessed over at the time of Logic, and I dragged that instrumental to the digital audio workspace, the DAW, the program. And then I started to, I pulled up lyrics and I started to rap, and I killed it. If I remember right, I just killed it. Obviously my throat was hurting but I was like, I don't care. I'm still, gonna try. I'm still gonna give it my all, and I did it, and it sounded really good. And I remember that first feeling of like, wow, why? Like I was so mad at the fact that like, dang, I love this so much. Like I remember that feeling. I love this so much, but I hate this because I was sounding trash because of my raspy voice, because I was sick, because I was literally sick. And yeah, I remember like that moment. It was so important to me because that was the first time I met the feeling of making music, or me as an artist. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Music is definitely a beautiful thing. I think music is one of those things that's like food, a feeling. It's art. It's basically, yeah. That's why it's art, bro. It's like movies, they give you a feeling. Whenever you watch the Avengers, the Endgame, at the end, the battle, or even, any Avengers at the end, because they always have a big battle at the end. Any of those battles, they give you a feeling of like, wow. Or a big, good, I just got chills. A good example to this is Karate Kid. I'm not kidding. The reason I joined taekwondo, or however you say it, with respect, because I did it for a couple years, and when I was like 12, it was because of Karate Kid. I remember I was a little bit overweight when I was a kid, and I wanted to lose this weight, but I knew that I wanted to find a sport or an activity physically that I could do after school or whatever, because I've never been the person that had a lot of friends and stuff. So I was very on my own. Even at this point, I was making YouTube videos. at 12 years old, I was trying to make it as a YouTuber in Minecraft. And I was, I was killing it. And I watched Karate Kid, I think. The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. And I don't know what it was about that movie. Not the original Karate Kid, but that movie. The one with Jackie Chan. It was incredible. I don't know, something like sparked inside me that inspired me so much that I was just like, I have to do this, or I'm not gonna feel fulfilled. And that's when I knew that's a part of me. Boxing, like martial arts, and like, that is a part of me. Same with music and same with cooking. That's a part of me. And I don't know. I don't know how the fuck I got here. Shit. But yeah. Yeah. So I was gonna say, I don't know how I got here. Holy crap. Oh my God. I love this shit though. I love this shit. I love talking. But yeah, so that's art, films, same with paintings. Whenever you see, whenever I remember, painting, whenever you see, I don't know which painting do I have up here. This painting with Spider-Man, that's fire, bro. That is fire. I don't know. I remember making my cover arts. Whenever I make a cover art, if I see a cover art and I look at it and I don't want to look back, like I glance at it and I look back and I don't want to, like, oh my God, it's holy crap. Look at it. It's cool. Like, if it's not like eye catching, I don't, I try to make it eye catching. It's not good because it's not giving you a feeling, and people react over feelings. We are humans, and us humans react over feelings. We are literally a body with feelings, bro. We are all feelings. Everything about us is feelings. I feel happy right now because I'm podcasting and I'm like recording, and that is a feeling. But once the camera shut off, I might feel sad because I'm alone. That's a feeling. See what I mean? So we're all filled with feelings at the end of the day. That's how you start a podcast, basically. Not a podcast, bruh. That's how you start making music. You kind of want to study your tastes, study the things that you like. Start asking yourself why you like these type of artists, and be like, oh, the tempo, the timing, the rhythms, the culture that's coming from, the messages with it. Because a lot of music has messages behind it, and you might not even know that that's the reason. I'm gonna give you a good example. It's like, honey, coming down that hand is sleeping with the girl next door. That song, when I was a little kid, I was just vibing to it. Probably like on a lot of movies that put it, and I was, in a happy scene or whatever, because it gives you a feeling of happiness. So you're thinking, oh wow, this is a feeling of happiness. But really, he's talking, oh yeah, I cheated with the girl next door, and I got caught red-handed. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy, because like, bro, what? I thought you were talking about happy, because that's the feeling you gave me. But yeah, another good example of like feelings is Pharrell. Pharrell Williams he knows how to make. He's in the laboratory and he's just experimenting with stuff and just try to create new feelings, and that feelings is making new memories for people that listen to that song in the whenever they're in the party with their friends and they're creating good memories, is because of your song. And that, to me, the thought of that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy, bro. I'm not kidding. Like, that's a beautiful thing to do. I don't know. I feel like that's another thing about cooking and stuff. Is art overall. That's why I always say I'm an artist before anything. That's why I like cooking and like making, plating a plate. Not even, garnishing it and like stuff, like making it pretty. That is a nice thing too, because like that's art, and people eat with their eyes before their mouth. So whenever you see something, you're like, wow, that looks appetizing, and that gave you a feeling of like, I want to grab it and eat it, bruh. So I'm over here I'm just trying to create feelings for you guys, you know what I mean? But yeah, I guess like study your own tastes. So yeah, that helped me a lot. Whenever I started making music and I mimicked the Logic for the first time, for my first like song or audio anything. It was really good because I was like, he knows what he's already, he knows what he's doing already, and I don't. So me kind of like mimicking him is the same exact way as like seeing someone do a really good kick, a karate kick, and just looking at them and then trying, you trying. You're like, let me see. I already saw him do it, so let me see if I can do it. So it's easy. It's easier if you see someone do it and just kind of trace their steps. In other words, oof, I haven't done a podcast in a minute, and I forgot how much like talking. I'm glad I have this water right next to me, bro. I would not lie, or I would be dying out here with this mouth, bro. My mouth was about to die with dryness. Holy shit. Something I'm trying to fix is to have guests out here, and not have to stand up and every 30 minutes have to stand up and kind of click record and then come back and then be like, what were we talking about? Because that is awkward, bro. I will not lie. I thought it was going to be fine and shit, but nah. Every time I do it with, I'm talking with someone, I'm like, yeah, so So, how was your upbringing with your parents? And they started talking about their parents. And I'm like, yeah. And I hear my camera, and I'm like, oh. That means it turned off. Give me a second. I'll be right back. No, bro, I'm not trying to do that. Like that. This camera just... Okay, all the cameras just turned off. Okay, this camera is the only one that's recording. But literally like that. Something cool is I bought this controller. So every time that happens, I just click and it starts back recording. And for this, I can just go on the app. And if I'm not mistaken, I can just click record from the app. Which I just, I'm going to try to start doing... and not having to stand up. We're going to see how well it works. This is my first time trying it. This was easy as hell. I just clicked it and it started instant recording. This is taking a little bit. Okay, and we're back at it. Okay, now we're back. That was not that bad. That probably took about 30 seconds. It's better than me standing up, going behind the camera, and if there's something I got to move out my way, it's like moving and then moving it back. It's like making this whole thing. I don't know, bro. Yes, like humans are lazy, but like this is not really being lazy. It's like be more efficient, I guess. Bro, I'm pretty sure you guys will not even give a flying about that, but whatever. I want to start recording the podcast a little bit more often. I was thinking, but then I thought my everyday life, bro. Like I have so much shit. I besides the podcast, I do so much other shit that takes so much out of my time. That's like dog, bruh. Because it's like I have the podcast, then I have my music that I work on the very down low, and I'm just trying to perfect the fuck out of it because I'm a perfectionist, and that's my main thing. Like music is my main thing. So, working on these projects, on these albums, and on top of that, I'm working on music videos. And on top of that, I'm working on with videographers like Kobe. Thank God for Kobe, bro. I will not lie. And, other people throughout my journey that I've met. But it's very hard to just meet someone that has the same, I guess, views for their future. Because I am building and I'm going to build something like this. I want to build a production team that can help me make these videos, that can help me make my music videos, that can help me create my albums. And not only for me, but even for the people that I want to put on game, like when I am on the game, you know what I mean? So, like even like Jeremy, that's a really good example. Kobe, really good example. Etc. Just like, etc. But yeah, like I want to fund movies. I want to start making movies. I want to have writers. I have such a cool ideas for like movies. Jeremy, he's an insane, funny person, bro. I wanna see him write some material, making see him go up and be do some stand up, and then maybe transition that into movies, or I don't know. But he's had so many good ideas for movies as well, and like he's written the movie ideas when he was a little kid. So I don't know. We're both very creative and passionate about films and stuff like that, and music, and just that that art that gives us a feeling about visuals and audio and stuff like that. So definitely that's like my big vision. I want to have, a videographer or a video team that can just focus on the videos, and I can kind of, overlook that, or I guess that's the right word, or for a lack of a better term, overlook everything, but have people that can help. People that can work on these projects with me. Have a team, bro. I guess that's what I'm trying to explain. So have a video team that can help me with the podcast, like be behind the camera right now. This camera's about to die, I think. Damn, bro, this camera's about to die. I'm probably gonna search the cameras when this one dies, bro. It's crazy how like I jump from topic to topic to topic to topic, but that's podcasting. I don't give a flipping flop. Every time I get new equipment, I try to make a solo episode so I can kind of try out the new equipment, how everything is running, how would everything run when I have someone here, so I'm not embarrassed as hell. Not even embarrassed, but like. Because I'll eat my embarrassment. I don't care about me and being embarrassment. I'll embrace my embarrassments. It's just more about disrespecting them in a way. Because like I don't have my shit set up and I don't have my shit ready. I want to have everything ready to look professional. Not even look, but to be professional. To be, well, I guess. I don't know. I have standards for myself, I guess. Let me go back to my to my little topics. I guess whenever you start making music, you want to say organized. So all my producers, you guys know this. If you make beats, it is hard. It's hard as to stay organized if you make beats every day. And if you make beats every day, if you make 10 beats a day, bro, how the fuck can you organize 300 beats a month? 300 times 12, that's like 3,000 or something. I don't even, bro. Computer. 300 times 12.
300 times 12 is 3,600.
Yeah, 3,600 beats a year that you have to organize. That's really crazy, bro. If you make 10 beats a day for a year, incredible, honestly. Wow, bro. I have hundreds of beats then. Holy crap. Because I have that camera went out. I'm gonna just talk to you guys. I'm not gonna move it. Yes I am. I ain't gonna be lazy. Lol. Whew. So it's with this little remote. Let me see if I can what the fuck? Did I just take a picture? Damn. I definitely wanna start making merch once I have a fan base, bro. I wanna do that. I went on a run with Jeremy. That's what I want to tell you guys too. I love this. I went on a run with Jeremy. Okay, let me tell you guys a story. One day, when I went to Ocala on this weekend, I saw Jeremy and I was staying with him. One morning, I came over. We went on a run. The next day, that morning, we went on a run. On that run, I was running and I was like, Jeremy, talking to him, and we started walking because we both fucking got tired, bro. We got winded as hell, and I was talking to him, some ideas for shirts. And I thought about a really cool shirt that inspired me and kind of just sparked, or it was a lot more fire for the idea of me getting into the merchandise industry. That's something I definitely want to get into. I love clothing. Obviously, clothing is expensive, and my money goes into this shit. So, or bills, bro. Whenever I do buy clothes, I think about like music videos or ideas and stuff like that, or shoots. So I always kind of invest. I'm like, damn, all my money goes into investing, bro. That is a percentage. That's certainly good. That's kind of good. I don't know what the certainly good. What? I don't know. What ifs? So what I was saying before this is that I want to get into the merchandise. I remember the first time I saw the name Logmatt in a shirt was when my mom got it for me for my birthday. I think it was my 15th birthday or my 16th birthday. And that was incredible. The thing is that she got me like a medium-sized shirt because back in the day I was a medium-sized shirt. And, as I grow older, that shirt doesn't even fit me no more. So I definitely want to frame that shirt just because my mom got it for me. And it says Logmatt. I remember that same birthday, she got me a cake that said Logmatt. It was just incredible. A memory that I'm never going to forget in my entire life. Then this shirt, as you guys can see, if you guys notice, I don't know if you guys noticed, it says Logmatt, bro. It says Logmatt with two T's, bro. You guys know the vibes. Logmatt with two T's, broski. Yes. My cousins, Michelle and Steffi, they got this for me, for Christmas when I went to Ecuador. I think it's a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, and it was a beautiful thing. I remember I was amazed at the shirt. I was just like shocked. I was when I opened it and I was like, I put it up and I was like, what? Bruh, and because like the quality and the texture is really like good. Well, when I got it, it was good, but I started wearing it every day, and then I kind of wore it a lot, and then the quality kind of went down. But that's why I want to make merch, because now I don't really have a shirt that says Logmatt represents my business and my brand, and I'm like, damn, I want to start making merch. And I was thinking about an idea when I was walking with Jeremy, or we were going on a run. And yeah, I don't want to say it because I don't want motherfuckers stealing that idea because it's a good ass idea. But yeah, definitely have a lot of ideas. And obviously, I want to have a plain shirt that says Logmatt. Yeah, so I can wear it, and then people that are gonna be working with me and working for Logmatt and shit, or working with Logmatt, they can have one too. It's gonna be cool. I would definitely. I want to, Jeremy's going to have one. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. I want to, I want to do that for sure, for sure. Let me get back to my notes because I have no idea what the fuck of notes I wrote. I wrote this, I think, this morning or something like that. Making music. Whenever you start making music, so after you learn how to, all the technical stuff, buying a computer, buying a microphone, buying some, headphones, some speakers if you want them, but buying some headphones so you can hear yourself when you record is big. So after all those technical stuff, whenever you start learning on the creative side, like okay, so now let's make a song. Then just start throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Just random shit. Just an example is like, open up the DAW and then just press a key or press any key, press chords. And then if you hear something that inspires or, triggers an idea, oh, okay, you like that. And then, okay, go from there and start from there. And if not, start with a guitar. Sit down with a guitar for 2 minutes and play something until something sparks in your head and start from there. If not, go to a Splice or even Reddit. They have like free drum and free melody like loops, or even like your favorite songs. Try to not sample them, but try to mimic the same feeling. Or if you can, find a way to sample them, like a legal way that so you can find the rights. Because I'm sure there's like websites. There's some songs that there's like some rights that you can buy for a certain amount of money or whatever. But yeah, so I feel like throwing shit at the wall, just random stuff at the wall, whenever you start making music is very, very good. Whenever you don't know, you don't have any ideas sparking and stuff. And it also you can also learn, who you are really and what you like. The more you make music, the more you'll learn what type of artist you'll be or you want to be. Really big. Whenever you start, the biggest teacher, because you're not going to know people that make music around you. I mean, if you do, you already have a big step than anybody else and a big advantage. YouTube tutorials, big. When I was starting making music, I have nobody to like ask how to make music and stuff. I remember when I was like when I started making beats, like a year before that, I started to learn how to make beats, but I gave up because like I don't know, the FL Studio just like crashed or something like that, and I was like, I'll just try it tomorrow, and then I forgot. I don't know, some like random stuff like that. But so like YouTube tutorials and like things like that will definitely help you, because you don't know what you're doing, bro. And it's fine to not know. It's fine. It's definitely fine. But there's people that have already learned and, have already years on this stuff. And it's better to just ask them. And a good way to ask them is just, YouTube tutorials, how to's, bro. How to make a beat, how to make a trap beat, how to make a beat like this guy, how to make a beat like him. I have a lot of videos in my YouTube channel. That's, how to make a beat like Timbaland. That video did really good. How to make a beat like this guy or some stuff like that. So, yeah, and if, look up your favorite artist, how to make a beat like, I don't know, Timbaland. That's a good example. That was one of my favorite, producers. So, yeah. But yeah, another thing is be careful who you ask advice for, bro. Because a lot of motherfuckers out here will make you think that they want you to succeed, but really they want you to lose so they can succeed. And that is a very selfish, evilish thing to do. And you have to be careful and, notice that there's a lot of snakes in the grass. So you have to be careful where you step, bro, for real. Big steppers out here. Big steppers. So just be careful, because a lot of motherfuckers here will give you bad advice, especially in your beginning stages of music or in anything that you're not good at, you don't have a lot of confidence in. You're gonna start hearing other people's voices in your head, and you have to be careful in recognizing your own voice with other people's voices that's been implanted in your head. Be careful with that, for real. Yeah, be careful with who you ask for advice for. Another topic I have here is every lap counts, even though it doesn't feel like it, bro. Every time you open up the DAW and you think that you're not learning anything or anything like that, you really are, strengthening your muscle and strengthening your skill. You're sharpening your blade every time you open up and play a key or play something, make a drum pattern or make a pattern or a loop or whatever. You're learning something. For sure, you're learning something. So every lap counts. When I'm saying lap, think about it as like when you're running and you're running laps, the same exact thing. Every lap looks the same exact way, but every one makes you stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So you definitely have to recognize that every lap counts, even though it doesn't feel like it most of the time. That's pretty much it for this episode. I kind of just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys, solo episode. Just talk to you guys a lot of things that I had in my mind. Yeah, this is a Logmatt's Creative Circle. I'm Teyo, Mateo, whatever you guys want to call me. All my social medias and all my music and stuff, or it's always going to be in the description if you guys want to look it up. For future episodes, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any episodes that are going to come out in the future. And besides that, I am Teyo, and this has been Logmatt's Creative Circle. Much love and positivity out there for you guys. Follow your dreams and never, ever, ever listen to other people on who you are, because you are the only one that knows who you truly are. Besides that, much love. Peace.